So you might be asking, what the hell is spagyric extraction? I've been taking mushroom supplements for a long time and I've never heard of spagyric extraction. Let me explain spagyric extraction, but first of all, extraction in the first place, because most people aren't aware. I'm going to use these 3 bottles as a prop to explain what we call spagyric extraction and why it actually works. Because most people out there have experienced a water-based extraction. A water-based extraction is no different to boiling the kettle or boiling noodles on the stove. Most people have done this. That water you throw out is a water-based extraction. And that's why it's 5 to 10% bioavailable. Bioavailable is very important for dosage and potency, because how much do you need to take for you to feel something? That's why with ours, you can feel it in 15 minutes or less for a lot of people. Some people take about 30 minutes to feel it, and it lasts for about 4 to 6 hours in your system. So a water-based extraction is the cheapest form of extraction, but also the least potent form of extraction that's out there. And there's a lot of them like that. So that's a water-based extraction. Next is an alcohol-based extraction. And before you start going, oh my God, Ben, alcohol-based extractions, alcohol's bad. Well, there's something you need to know about mushroom extraction, specifically that a lot of the beta-glucans, fats, oils, minerals that your body actually needs to process the benefits of mushroom tinctures come from an alcohol-based extraction. Alcohol-based extractions aren't bad. It's actually a good thing. When you combine alcohol in water as part of the extraction process, as a multi-step process, you improve the bioavailability of the tinctures you're actually extracting. This takes it up to somewhere between a 20 to 30% extraction or potency for bioavailability, which is really good. But when you do this last step, which is the spagyric step, which is what takes the water and the alcohol-based extractions to a whole new level. So this is 90+% bioavailable. So it's going to be the most potent tincture you can have in a single dropper. And that process takes 8 to 12 weeks, because what we do is we take the mushrooms that have gone through the water, gone through the alcohol extraction, we take those mushrooms and turn them into white ash. That means we light it on fire. That's why you'll see our liquids are a little cloudier versus everybody else's liquids. Our liquids literally have the raw compounds of the mushrooms in there, and that's what makes them special. That's why our bioavailability is upwards of 95%, and you feel this in 10 to 15 minutes, around 30 minutes max. Most people are feeling it, and they feel like the actual tincture is alive. That's right, like the tincture in these bottles is a little bit cloudy. And remember, one dropper full of a spagyric extraction, spagyric, is a clinical dose of mushrooms. There's 90 grams of mushrooms in every single bottle. It's not like any other tincture you've experienced on the market. If you've had a water-based extraction, that's the weakest, cheapest form of mushroom tincture you can have. If you have water and alcohol, it's better for you. But if you do spagyric, and remember, this process takes 8 to 12 weeks to complete. Spagyric is the most potent, most bioavailable form of extraction you'll ever have. And it's totally different to a water-based extraction. A water-based extraction is just like boiling a pot of noodles in there. So we take the water and then the alcohol-based extractions, we combine them together, and then we take the raw mushrooms that went through the first 2 steps of this, and we turn that into white ash. It's called calcification. And through that process, we add that back into the tinctures, and that's what gives us a spagyric. It's an ancient form of alchemy, the oldest form of alchemy, and alchemy was turning other materials into gold. That is the ancient science. So if you want a tincture that you'll actually feel in 15 to 30 minutes and you'll have lasting benefits, always look for a spagyric extraction, because not all mushroom extracts are the same. There is a massive, massive difference. And potency matters, because how much of this do you really need to have to feel it? And 1 dropper of our tincture is all you need. That's what spagyric extraction is all about.